the creepers, bring on the flames. Here comes the legend, the bravest of brave. Fiercer than lions, more southern than you. He's conquered our hearts, and he'll conquer hell too. Joe Hughes.
Light screen felt is hanging from the wall. We stocked up on all the alcohol. Gonna get streaming for folks. I'll play games before I tell a bunch of jokes. The green screen dress to celebrate St. Pat. The green screen dress, and chroma keys like that. The green dress, oh let's lift a brew. Toast the green screen dress, cheers to neon hue. Neon hue.
Them to some sticks. Folks ain't here for singing, they wanna watch us play. Let's give them all a show for St. Patty's Day.
The green screen dress to celebrate St. Pat. The green screen dress, the chroma keys like that. The green dress, oh let's lift a brew. Toast the green screen dress, cheers to neon hue. Neon hue.
Can we start my craft joke? Can you say howdy y'all?
I get set up, dear, fighting OBS. We'll initiate inebriation. Cheers, y'all. Green screen dress. The green screen dress to celebrate St. Pat. The green screen dress. Your chroma keys like that. The green dress. Oh, let's lift a brew. Toast the green screen dress. Cheers to neon hue. Neon hue. The green screen dress, the green screen dress, neon hue. The green screen dress, the green screen dress, the green screen dress, the green screen dress. I want a girl who can sort a chest. I want a girl with shears that cut and swords that burn through zombie flesh. I want a girl who knows world generation, who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's modding her community. She's flying through the air. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl who logs in early. I want a girl who plays till late. I want a girl with unobstructed creativity who uses a tripwire to ruin your day. With shulker boxes organized and lustrous in a tone that will torch you like desert grass. Who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. girl whose shield is emblazoned. I want a girl with good enchantments. On some server we will meet incidentally. We'll start to talk as we shoot skeletons. She wants a spawn with biome convenience. She wants a spawn that's in good repair. She's changing her aim from wither to dragon. She's trading her archery for a trident that's self-repairing. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawl out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. So are these creepers, but they are dying in this blue flame. I was gonna say, they should have worn green today for St. Patrick's Day. They did. But you know what? That doesn't protect them from everything. So if you're gonna celebrate tonight, wear a mask. Wear fireproof clothing. You know, be careful. You're not invincible just because you're wearing green today. But I do hope that you have a fun, small St. Patrick's Day at home with your friends and family who can safely be together. I know that some of y'all work in healthcare and things like that, and you're starting to get vaccinated. You know, obviously after a few weeks after your second shot, you know, your situation's a lot different from everybody else. So either way, happy St. Patty's Day to y'all. Let's go check on this chest. Yeah, this thing is filling up. Good for us. Because, you know, Ren Dog has a new creeper farm that he's working on. So what I wanted to do was to make sure that my creeper farm is still operating properly. So every time he logs on to use his creeper farm, I can log in and use mine. And then, you know, I'll get half of the creeper spawns. It might not be a perfect plan, but it kind of makes sense in my head. So we'll worry about that later. Anyway, this thing does work. Like, it's effective. And it'll be even more effective if I can get more of the dark areas underground lit up. Also, if Tango Cam would log off. I don't know why Tango Cam's even online. That's fine. Oh, boy. Yeah, I took a nap earlier because it has been kind of a stressful week in a few ways. The stream is still getting set up because we haven't started our main activity yet. Which is we need to actually record an outro for this next episode, and we are just not there because before we can get there, we got to finish a bunch of Windows stuff in here. And it's been just a lot trying to get all this done. I spent a few hours on it yesterday, a few hours on it today. I realized one of the big problems I have is in the intro of this video, I said, here's what I hope to accomplish today, and then I listed 3 things. One of them was this atrium. One of them was getting the floors in. One of them was getting the windows put in on the back. And so I'm trying to get the windows put in on the back. I also mentioned some stuff about lobbies. Maybe that'll be just me putting in, like, a sign and saying, like, oh, this is where the lobby is going to go. But, happy birthday, Thunder Daisy. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Thunder Daisy. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más. Okay. So I do long windows down there. That was probably going to be like a prototyping workshop area was what I was imagining for that floor. So I have like just big, huge plate windows because those are going to be big areas. Whereas this other stuff is going to be more like offices. There's going to be some atriums and stuff, but it's going to be a lot different. Hey, welcome, Winnie T. Ford. Glad you could join us. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. You know, there's still some lighting issues, if you can't tell. Like, on top of some of this stuff. We've got some lighting issues. This is where the mobs are spawning, y'all. Up in, like, these little nooks. And they have blown me up a few times. Here's a place where a creeper blew me up earlier. Off camera. So yeah, it's coming along, but like this is one of those episodes where I've been recording this episode for like 9 days now. And I just cannot complete it entirely because it's like every time I start feeling like I'm close, I go back and I look at the earlier footage, and I'm like, oh, and I promised the viewers we'd get this done. And I'm like, let's get it all done. Let's get it all done. Okay. So, yeah. We are going to do some stuff with carpets and things like that in another episode. Carpets are definitely out of scope for today. I'm going to tell you that. There's no way we're going to get carpets done today. I do need to go gather a little bit of acacia for some of these stairs here. So yeah, we've got some stairway acacia to knock out. I didn't even notice this. This is low priority. We'll worry about this later. Sorry, like I said, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm feeling pretty well rested, but I'm yawning a lot, waiting for that caffeine to kick in. Yeah. This used to be XP Crafted's base, but the building I'm working in right now is entirely my construction. Hey, Zoe, good luck getting your vaccine tomorrow. And I'm glad you love the building. Now, this is looking a lot better from in the distance, though, right? Getting these elevator shafts in and a few things here is already helping. But, yeah, so this build is in XP Crafted's base area. He had started this tunnel back here. He had this road that was going to go to his port. He had this road that went past his hobbit hole. So here's his little hobbit hole. And then he had this road, and it didn't go anywhere. And he said he was going to put in a port or something. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll put in some ports over here. And then I was like, maybe I need an office building to go with this corporate art. And then I started working on this. I'm trying to figure out if there's like an optimal place to look into the window from, like over here. You know, in some ways, like, yeah, this is a really good... So you can see I put some pillars in too. Hey, Duncan Briggs, our first tip of the evening just rolled in. That's probably my fault because I haven't posted the link yet. So thank you, Duncan, for the 5 It says, been a while since I caught a Joe Hill stream. Love the music at the start. Hope you and your family are well. We are. Thank you, Duncan. So here we go. Also, some good news in terms of the stuff I was stressed out about on the Monday stream. Basically, I talked to my attorney about it, and he has given me some advice that I am going to follow through on, and that should hopefully solve this the problem that was stressing me out in the short term, and discourage escalation. I can't go into detail about the exact problem or about the exact solution at this time, but hopefully once it is clearly in the rearview mirror, it will not be a very big deal, because my attorney is just like, okay, this, in the state of Tennessee, this doesn't have to be a huge problem. And that's the thing, is like, you Google some stuff, and it's just like, oh no, there was a case in Texas where this really got out of hand. And it's like, well, this isn't Texas, you know? So that's why you talk to your local subject matter domain expert. Yay. So I will be dealing with that next week. At the appropriate time, I will take the appropriate action as per my attorney's instruction, and hopefully it will not have to be something that goes to court. So that is good. And if it does go to court, I will complain at you then, because at that point, it's all in the public record anyway, so I might as well talk to you about it. So, yay. Okay. Let's go ahead. We need to get some shears so we can gather some more acacia leaves, because last time I checked, our acacia leaves were all gone. Yep, these are just spruce and birch and all that. Let's get the good ones, the Unbreaking 3 mending ones. Okay, and let's also grab some acacia saplings, so we can replant these as we go, and maybe let's also grab some of those. No, I'm not short on iron. It's about something else, royal potato, but like I said, I'm not going to go into it at this time because it... if someone does, in an adversarial situation, it is not a good idea to broadcast your precise intended strategy for responding to a particular action. So, yeah. But my attorney is optimistic, so I'm optimistic. And I'm sorry, I was kind of freaked out the other day. It was just very stressful for me when stuff like this rolls in after hours, and so I can't, like, get immediate, like, attorney, what do I do? But yeah. And this is also one of those things where it's like, just because the other person says... If you're in an adversarial legal situation and the other person's like, I have the right to do this. And it's like, it sounds like you might plausibly have the right to do this, but this is also such kind of a, like, what some people might call a ludicrously inconsiderate move that, like, I don't know whether or not that you would have that right in this case, because a lot of stuff is like assuming like rational people in reasonable circumstances, but like you start pushing too hard on certain things, and a judge is gonna say, well, hey, that's not what that's really meant for, you know, that's yeah, you know. And it's hard as a layperson to know what those limits are, and especially with weird edge case situations, whereas an attorney who deals with judges who deal with this sort of thing on a regular basis are more likely to know, okay, yeah, this is why this sounds bad, but this is why it isn't actually bad, because even though you're being told by your opposition in this case, like, hey, this is, legal for these reasons, it's not. And here's how you respond, and it'll be okay. So, yay. But yeah, so sorry for rolling into the stream so stressed out on Monday. It's like, ugh. But if I took off work every time my ex surprised me with something that I couldn't talk to my lawyer about until the next day, then there wouldn't be a stream like several times a year. So, okay. We're just going to have to accept that on some level. Okay. Fierce Punch, thank you for the 5, who says, hey, Joe, always enjoying the stream. Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you very much. Fierce Punch, that puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Spencer Powell says, speaking of changing the subject, have there been discussions between you, Cleo, and Corrales about the future of the Hermit Zoo? Well, yes, actually. I joined Cleo's stream earlier today. I showed up there with the proximity chat mod and started doing funny voices for some of the armor stands she was working with. Fun fact, Cleo didn't have the proximity mod installed. So then eventually she was just like, Joe, do you want to get on Discord? And I was like, yes, please, because I'm feeling very silly. I don't think you're acting like you can hear me. I'm watching your stream and I'm not hearing my voice there. So anyway, so I hopped on Discord with Cleo during her stream earlier, and she gave me a tour of all the stuff Corrales has been working on at the zoo, and the stuff she's working on at the zoo, and also showed me that basically the Hermit Zoo portion of the zoo, Corrales just walled off. He built a berm. I'm not sure what the Swedish or Polish word for a berm would be. English to Swedish. Berm. A Bermuda? No, I don't want to translate Bermuda. I want to translate berm. It might just be berm. Or maybe Google Translate doesn't know the word berm. Okay. Anyway, Corrales built a berm between the main part of the zoo and the Hermit Zoo, and says that we're not allowed... Bravo Echo Romeo Mike. Here, I'll post it. Y'all are always like watching landscaping videos and stuff, and you don't know. Okay, it's fine. I posted a link. Okay, so the word berm originated in Middle Dutch. So, yeah, it's possible that's a Swedish word for berm is just berm. But anyway, he built a berm, B-E-R-M, Bravo Echo Romeo Mike. He built a berm, between the Hermit Zoo and the main zoo. And was like, Cleo, you can have that back when you make it pretty. So Cleo has to make the Hermit Zoo prettier before that's going to connect with the main zoo. And I might help with that a little bit. But yeah, we don't have time for that right now because I'm trying to finish my episode. I was hoping I could get Cleo to come over here and put windows in my office building with me on her stream, but she was too clever for that bit of Tom Sawyering, so that did not happen. But, that's a gamble that you gotta take sometimes. Sometimes you gotta try to get somebody else to do your work during their stream so that you can, I don't know. Maybe don't do that. Maybe that was a bad idea across the board. Either way, thank you, Mr. Hardluck, for the $5, who says, today marks 17 years that Queen, Dark Lady, and I have been together. Our date-aversary, if you will. Well, hey, happy date-aversary, Mr. Hardluck and Queen, Dark Lady. That is awesome, y'all. That puts us 5 away from our next face camera expansion. I believe in me. I can figure that stuff out. Oh, also, you know what I need to do is I need to post a link. We've got 2 bonus streams this weekend. One of them with Cub Fan and Asuma. One of them just with Asuma. Bonus streams. I'm going to post this link in both. We're going to be playing a Monumenta CTM dungeon run on Saturday at 8 p.m. GMT, which is like 3 o'clock my time. And on Sunday at 1 p.m. GMT, which is like 8 a.m. my time, we're going to be playing No Man's Sky. So those will be some fun bonus streams. I hope y'all get the chance to join for those. But yeah, congratulations again to Mr. Hardluck and Queen Dark Lady. Sorry, I go off on a, what do you call it? Tangent. Sometimes when I'm, it's like, okay. Okay, what were we doing? We are putting in windows and we need to go use a bed. Okay. I kind of also want to grab the... Yep, and Clash of the Creators is the next week, indeed. I kind of want to grab this. And I think that in theory this shouldn't change very much, but just in case. We can fly over it here. Nope, it is all good. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take No Man's Sky from me. Okay. Where did the green screen go? Great question. Here it is. Found it. We are 5 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. Duncan Briggs says, epic licking build. Thank you. Okay, so where are we going here? Inbox. Okay, making sure we're not missing any tips that roll in. Making sure we don't fall into this pool with all the guardians. We did. How many people want to get shot by guardians? I don't. So one thing that I think is also hurting me on this build is that I don't have a good sense of like a place that I can stand and just quietly consider the back of the building, right? There's nowhere that's like at a good elevation. Hey, though Connor, too, tips 5, who says, isn't that song from Firefly? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs from Firefly. That puts us evenly at our first face camera expansion, though, so here we go. It's time to say howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Do-do-do-do-do, Firefly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take my love, take my land, reading rainbow. Take me out to the black. Tell them all I ain't coming back. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Okay, so we've got a lot of window work to do on this side too. We gotta replace, yeah, these, it looks like. Yeah, here we go. Hey, Mr. Hardluck, thank you for the 20. Who says the green screen text to celebrate St. Pat? And here's some cash. Joe's face grows just like that. That's true. It's time to expand. Joe. Do. Yeah, people are like, you do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? And I'm like, I think I'll wear green. All right. Okay. Oh, that's cool that that Ron Glass did a signing at your store. Awesome, ESP MTG. Okay, so we are gonna keep going here. Hey, we also got a tip via PayPal just rolled in from John, who says your poetry brings me joy. Keep on keeping on. Well, thank you, John. Whoops, I think I might have messed that up. This maybe needs to go. Yeah. Okay. So, that is going to put us 15 away from the next phase camera expansion. Sorry, John, I got distracted. I was like, I'm placing blocks and other stuff is happening. Max, thank you for the 20, who says, I haven't caught a stream in a while. Have a good one. Well, thank you very much, Max. That is going to put us $5 past our next phase camera expansion target. So here we go. It's time to expand. Alrighty, and we're going to make sure that I'm hanging out over here in the corner. Awesome. Oh, man. I don't know if y'all have seen the, so the first half of the DuckTales season finale went up on iTunes the other day, and it is, like, really good. It might not be a season finale. It might be the series finale. Also, I'm realizing maybe both halves went up, and I just didn't realize it, because maybe I'm bad at stuff. Let me check that. So, because that'll be nice to watch later if it is. No, I think it's just part 1. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, it was very, very good, and I think on some level, because I really have a strong emotional attachment to several of the voice actors. Like David Tennant is Scrooge McDuck. Huey McDuck is Danny Pudi, who played Abed on Community. Ben Schwartz, who was John Ralphio on Parks and Rec, is Louie. And Kate McCucci is Webby. No, there's no spoilers. But yeah, I'm just saying, I was like, this is a show where it's like, it's a silly show about ducks going on adventures, but also it's like, I'm gonna cry. It's like, oh no, the show is ending. Like, and this season finale is giving me feels, or series finale. But yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if season 3 is on Disney Plus yet. I bought it for my daughter on iTunes, which was not cheap. That was like what would have been our like entertainment budget, like to go to the movies and stuff in a non-pandemic year. But like, I'm just like, well, you know, it's a pandemic year, so if I take the movie, we would have spent going to the movies and spend it on DuckTales so that we can watch it together, then that's cool. But yeah, it's a really good cast on that show. It's also like just a really, in some ways, this show does several things really well. So like, they brought in David Tennant to be Scrooge McDuck, and in a lot of ways, this show is the most Doctor Who thing that is not Doctor Who. It is this semi-immortal adventurer bouncing around, helping people, but also just kind of being like, well, a lot of this isn't my problem. And so he's great. Now, Alexandra Erin, one of my favorite Twitter commentators on media, referred to this show as the most Venture Brothers thing that isn't the Venture Brothers. And I kind of was like, what? I'm a little skeptical about that. But like, I've had some time to think about it. That's actually a fairly accurate statement. So if you like Venture Brothers or Doctor Who or both, the new DuckTales that came out a few years back is probably in your wheelhouse as well, because it's particularly good, and often in ways that are surprising. It's just a very well made show that's a very weird show. So yeah, if you like Tennant's Doctor Who, you're not there. You know, they're not making a lot more 10th Doctor specials, but they are. I was gonna say they are making more DuckTales. Briefly, it's over. This is the series finale, but yeah. Hey, Marissa Rawl, thank you very much for the 25. We were 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Now we're 10 past. So let's go ahead and expand. So thank you very much, Marissa Rawl, who writes, I can't thank you enough for streaming almost every night. You're helping me stay sane with everything going on right now. I appreciate all the entertainment and positivity you bring into my life. I am glad to help, Marissa. This is a trying time for everybody, and in so many ways, it feels like there's so little that I can do to help. And so streaming every night is one of the ways that I stay sane during the pandemic as well. This is not, I don't ever want you all to be like, oh, Joe's putting himself through a lot of stress to do this show every night. Like, and I mean, because it is work, but it's rewarding and it's intellectually stimulating for me, and it helps me feel like there's something at all that I can do to help people. And so I appreciate you taking the time to share those kind words and also to support the show. And that does put us 10 away from our next face camera expansion and the entrance of the Jost. So thank you, Marissa Rawl. Community is a great show. I just rewatched Community on demand or whatever, or on streaming. I forget what do we even call this anymore. It was on my computer and then it was on my phone. I watched Community lately and it was still good. It holds up. Marissa Rawl says, just being here consistently helps a tremendous amount. Thank you. I am very glad to help. And thank you for supporting the show. Okay. Dahlia says, you're definitely helping me. I wake up every day excited for the stream. I'm glad. I hope that's because the stream in your time zone is like shortly after you wake up and not that you like look forward to this all day. But maybe that's okay too. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. Like, I would just like to think that there would be other things to look forward to as well in the interim if this is not close to your wake-up time. Okay. Yeah, I haven't worked out exactly how this elevator shaft is going to intersect the windows. So that might just have to be a thing. Also, I'm really glad the storm tonight didn't develop into tornadoes here in Nashville or in the Tennessee area, because I was a little worried watching the weather the last few days that this stream might not happen, and fortunately we were able to do it. So, okay. Welcome. Hi, hello. Lisa Kate says, your streams are normally around lunchtime here, and it's nice to have some company on break. Awesome. I'm glad to help you relax in the middle of your day. No hablo mucho español, Francisco Suazo. No tengo muchas palabras. Probably have is not the word to use there. It probably is no sé muchas palabras. No conozco muchas palabras. I don't even know. I would conjugate saber. Yeah, saber is say, right? No sé muchas palabras. It is a lot of terracotta. Man, I remember in Spanish class having to conjugate all those words, and that is not something I miss from high school. I feel like that's one of those things, all those conjugations that we did was one of those things, like, I understood why it was important, but I could just never wrap my head around it. Well, good luck at Cards Against Humanity, Badger. Okay. Yeah, there was a little bit of a birthday in the SciCraft community earlier, and I believe that Badger is bridging this stream and that party. Because when I was there earlier, they had 25 people, which was too many to play Cards Against Humanity. But I'm guessing that the party has kind of let up a little bit now that it's super late Europe time. Okay. Hey, thank you to Puffster for the 10, who says, what tool do you use to design elaborate build designs? Mostly my brain, Puffster. I basically took a picture of a floppy disk and started working on this. But that does put us evenly at our next face camera expansion. Now, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head. But here, at this point, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the ghost. Bum 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 bum. Alrighty, so here we go. Anna Chaco Banana Pirate Blaze says, I looked up the word conjugation and I don't know what it means. So in Spanish, you would have a word like tener, which would be like to have, and then you would conjugate it based on who that verb is about. So if you were talking about yourself, you would say yo tengo. But if you're talking about somebody else, you might say tiene. Or if you were talking to someone, you might say tienes. And whether you use tango, tiene, tienes, or whether you even change the word differently to speak in the past tense or the future imperfect tense or something like that. Basically, it's how you change a verb to have subject-verb agreement. That's probably the best I'm going to be able to explain that off the top of my head. But like, so yes, some Spanish verbs have more irregular conjugations, like ir, which is ir, which means to go. Like, I think in the second person, which is like if you're talking to someone, would be boss. Like, que vas a hacer? What you gonna do? Or that sort of thing. Que vas a beber? What you gonna drink? That sort of thing. And you might say, boy, beber una fresca? I don't know. Do they have fresca? Una Coca-Cola? That sort of thing. And don't forget time. Yeah. So ir is boy, boss, ba, vamos, bais, bon. Yeah. So that's an example of conjugating ir 6 ways based on subject-verb agreement in the present tense. So thank you, Table Destroyer, for that. Boris the Cat, welcome. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, too. So in English, we conjugate verbs, too. Because, like, I would say, I go to the zoo. Cleo goes to the zoo, if I'm talking about somebody in the third person. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, Spanish verbs tend to conjugate more regularly than English verbs, which makes learning English hard for non-native speakers compared to some languages. Anna says, yes, thank you. Knowledge obtained successfully. We did it. It's done. Okay. So we're going to just roll through here like this and put in some more windows. Dang it. No. How am I not a... Okay. We need to use the glass we have first. Okay. Vas a comer. What you gonna eat? That was something my Spanish teacher in high school would always sing. She would do... Que vas a, and then a verb, and then be like, Que vas a comer? What you gonna eat? What you gonna eat? Que vas a beber? What you gonna drink? What you gonna drink? Que vas a hacer? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. July 38 says, learning about how other languages conjugate verbs is really interesting because my language class is Vietnamese, and you don't conjugate any verbs in that language. That's cool. Colossus of, yeah, that's not really a very appropriate name, so let's go ahead and ban that. That good pun, but maybe not super family friendly. Okay. Accents have structure. That's true. Could I translate one of the Joe Hill's songs into Spanish? ¿Quién es la hombre? ¿Quién es el hombre? ¿Quién conquiste muerte? Es Joe Hill's who gay, like, how do you juego? How do you conjugate juego to be about a third person? He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. It's like, and you might restructure it into cuando juega Minecraft. Juega por Nashville. Juega para Nashville. Yeah, so like, I mean, it could be done. These songs have relatively simple lyrics, but like doing them off the top of my head is difficult because, like I said, I have not taken Spanish class since 2003. So it's been 16 years. But I still remember the teacher making us memorize Estoy aquí, abriéndome, cuando entre cosas y recuerdos entre fotos y cuadernos allí, estoy en lo siguiente. Yeah. So anyway. Yep. Let's go check on how those windows... Let's go look at the windows. Like, maybe if I stand on this tree, this will be an appropriate place to look from. It's just barely out of range. What about this tree? We're getting the fog effect is the problem. Juego, juega, juegas, jugamos, jugáis, juegan. Gotcha. So, we gotta start here. We got it started. Now we need the walls to go even better. We're gonna get a... We need that Optifine zoom. Yeah, I don't have Optifine on here because of replay mod. That's why some hermits have replay mod on their spectator accounts on a separate thing. I'm not set up for that right now. So, like, what they do is they put Optifine on their main account, because Optifine and Replay Mod don't play nice. Then they have their spectator account logged in nearby on a different computer or something. And that's probably what I should do. I'm just... It's a lot of work. But it would be nice to have. Booba-doom, booba-doom. You can get zoom mods for Fabric. Yeah, but I don't know. It's one of those things too. Like, some of those mods feel... Yeah, we're going to have telescopes next season, so I kind of... In the same way that I kind of gave up diamonds when Netherite was on its way, so that way Netherite would feel more impressive, I've kind of given up zoom mods. Looking forward to... Looking forward to the telescope coming out. I'm going to buy a second computer this year, actually. Because one of the things I've been talking about with people is one of the differences between being a professional at something and being a hobbyist is how much you invest in fallbacks and things. Like, I spend $90 a month on this internet fallback thing on top of my existing internet. Having a second computer. So I have a fallback editing machine. I have an editing machine. I have one of the big things that I don't have a fallback for right now is my main desktop, because that's one of the most expensive single pieces of equipment I have. So the plan would be, I'm kind of waiting for graphics cards to become more available once some of this stuff goes down. So one of my plans is, the other thing I'm trying to figure out too is whether or not my fallback recording machine can be more mobile than my primary one, and so I could travel with it easier. There's a bunch of stuff going into that. But the idea is that, because, like, I know there are some streamers who are like, yeah, my desktop died, I guess I'm just not going to stream for a week. And I'm like, I can't afford to not stream for a week. That would be bad. Like, so yeah, getting that's in my purchase queue. And one of the things too is I would try to get a very different computer from the primary one. So, like, for example, let's say that there's a problem, it turns out, with NVIDIA. I've got an NVIDIA graphics card in this machine. I don't want to, like, have both machines have the same graphics card, and then I install an update and they both die, right? That's not a good fallback, you know? So the other one would probably have an AMD card in it. And stuff like that, too. So there's a lot of strategy that's going to go into it. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to... Because the scalpers and bit miners making graphics cards scarce, yeah, I'm probably going to have to buy the machine, like, pre-assembled. But, yeah. So, that's the thing is, yeah, Giari Rigi says, I think a high-end laptop that could be used for replay mod and fallback editing. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm considering. Because having a more mobile... I want to do a lot of traveling also when it gets safe again. And so having a second, more mobile version of my rig, even if it's not exactly a laptop. Because, like, for example, they make small form factor PCs that are pretty powerful these days. And so having something the size of a briefcase that I can, like, with a handle that's designed to be jostled and moved and thrown in the car would be, you know, the sort of thing I'm looking at. But that's the sort of thing that, like, is not an urgent purchase. But the idea would be that, like, yeah, when I'm not on the road, I could be using that as my spectator account fallback machine type of thing. So I'm trying to, obviously I've got to pay my rent and pay my bills every month, But with the money that y'all do send in, I am trying to make sure that I'm reinvesting in ensuring that this show can happen whether I'm on the road or not, whether my main graphics card burns out or not, you know, that sort of thing. I don't need a 24-port Cisco switch, but thank you. I don't know what Hermit sells blaze rods. I don't think anyone does. Yeah, John says, problem is monitors are harder to make portable. Yeah, I am aware. That's a separate problem. Now, the thing is, though, there are a lot of places that I might go where somebody would... Like, if I was going to stay with friends, they might have, like, an extra monitor I could use when I got there. Like, if it's like, hey, I'm going to travel and stay with friends for a week in another city, they might have a monitor I could use, but they wouldn't have necessarily a computer that I could use, you know, stuff like that. Or, like, keeping an extra... like stuff like if I wanted to go see my parents and stay with them for a few days, because normally when I go see my parents it's a day trip so I can come back here and record and stream. But like if they have extra monitors, you know, being able to bring something down and set that up after everybody goes to bed for the night, you know, would make sense. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, crypto miners have really kind of knifed the graphics card market at the moment. So a lot of these things, this is not an urgent thing because I'm not going to start traveling until I've got my second shot anyway. And even then, I'm kind of waiting to see... waiting to see where the feasibility... ends up on a there's a few things that are in the pipeline technology wise that I'm kind of keeping an eye on, and I don't want to rush out and buy something when there's stuff being released this fall. Yeah, I know, 2 weeks after my second shot. I'm not gonna don't worry, I am not gonna go and take any stupid risks. I am very aware. Okay, whoops, is that is the one we need, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, wait, this one maybe is supposed to be... I don't know. Do we replace that one? I guess I feel like at that point, then we also we replace this one too. But yeah, I'm very acutely aware of 2 weeks after my second shot. But I really want to do kind of a road show. The next, like this summer, if it's safe, and that's going to be more feasible if I have a more portable rig. My current tower is like, just, oh wow, they're still selling these. It is a full ATX tower. This thing is ludicrously heavy. Are the specs on here? Okay, the tower itself, when empty, weighs 30 pounds. So, and then I've filled it with expensive things. So, yeah, it is not a throw it in the car computer. ICC is still in person. Okay, that'll be right around my 2 weeks after my second shot. So that's a maybe. I don't know, since it's in town. I'm kind of curious about it, but I'm also kind of worried. Yeah, it's a yeah, my computer tower is a pretty serious tower. But I bought it like a decade ago and have replaced almost everything in it several times, and it's good. But yeah. it supports up to XL ATX motherboards. Because, you know, there was the chance that I might want one of those. Okay, so we're going to need to grab some more glass, too. Luckily, I was cooking some of that earlier. Is it bulletproof? Well, the big thing about it is it's supposed to be good for, like, I think at a certain point you want things to be heavy so they don't vibrate as much and they don't carry, it's designed to not carry a lot of sound. It does have room for a lot of drive bays, too. How many hard drives do I have in it? A few. Because it's also for video production, which notoriously uses a lot of drives. Oh yeah, we're going to move these back into here before I forget, because this has been a problem that I didn't have some of that stuff out. Okay, so... I do use a lot of glass. Now I'm cooking with glass. Yeah, it's got nice airflow and room for your hands, as Mahaz0 points out. Okay. Do I get to tell Asuma about my raid? Raid. Do you mean borrowing the squid ink? Or what are you talking about, something else? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You know what? I'll mention it on Saturday. We are going to have plenty of time to hang out on Saturday. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Mila Birch. Welcome, one and all. Okay. But yeah, I got this computer case because it's like, I might need to put in a Blu-ray burner. I might need to put in, like more than one graphics card, you know? I don't love, water cooling because I'm always worried about it. But I was like, if I have the option of installing a water cooler, because like I know a good PC case can last you 20, 30 years. So I spent, when I got this one back in, oh gosh, it must have been, let's see. If I Google Joe Hill's PC specs, there used to be a tweet that would show up. Yeah, 2012. Yeah, so I got this back in 2012. And I got the Rosewell Thor 2 V2 full gaming case. Yeah, this is not a referral link, but if you are curious which case I got, it's a pretty substantial case. Whereas like what I'm hoping to get on the next for the fallback computer would be a like the smallest thing that I could put a decent graphics card in. Something that's designed, something that I would buy a nice bag like fitted for it, or like a hard shell case, like a Pelican case like you use for video production, to put like nice camera equipment in and just be able to throw it in the car. But yeah, we're not there. Okay. Okay, so we come over this way, we get two. We're gonna give this some space here as well. Can't view the link in the UK. Sorry. But yeah. Anyway, that was a good case for what I needed in 2012. Okay, then we put in these three. Why does it look like there's space for a 3.5-inch floppy drive? Because maybe you want that. That could be a thing that is desirable to you, depending on what line of work you're in. Maybe you need to pull things out of archives sometimes that are on floppies. Maybe you wanted to put in something else in that bay because it's a standard size and there's other stuff that goes in those. Dang it. Okay. Whoa, where's my elytra? Okay. Ah, my face. I still have a zip disk somewhere here, like within reach. I don't know where it is. But oh well. It's somewhere in this room, but yeah. My dad went all in on zip disks when I was younger because his business, they needed to move data around that was occasionally large. And that was a way to do it. Okay. I almost feel like maybe this should be... I'll just have that go. That's such a weird one. I mean, maybe we just have it go like that. None of the other ones are like that, though. I don't know. Blah. Thanks, I hate it. Unleashed 43 says you kind of look like a hacker right now. Well, that makes sense because I just cut the hard line to the mainframe. Okay. And I feel like there's probably something we could do with this. Is it about to be nighttime? Is the sun setting in the game? No, we're good. We are still setting up the stream because we got to put the windows in. We have a lot of windows to put in while we set up the stream. Yeah, I remember Laserdiscs. We had those in elementary school. Teachers would put on science things on the Laserdisc. Because they could pull up the specific video clip they wanted by entering a key code or whatever, or a time code, and jump straight to it. I remember SACD. One of my friends had a SACD player. He was really into audio. His parents were too, obviously, because most kids don't need an SACD player. I think the deal was that the dad had bought one and then decided to buy a better one, so he let the kid have the first one for his bedroom. But because yeah, I get that. It's like at a certain point, why would you, like if you've already bought something, you just give the one you already have to your kid, and then you buy the one that you want for yourself, And like, I don't know. This is one of those things I've run into arguments with other parents about, like, like I got an iPod, or not an iPod, an iPad as a present from my employer for the Christmas present one year. We had a really good year at one of my previous employers. And so at the Christmas party, they gave everybody an iPad. And now, like 6 or 8 years later, that iPad is super old. So I let my daughter use it as like her iPad. And people are like, Joe, you don't need to give your child an iPad. You could go and get this Amazon tablet that's only $50. You don't need to give your kid a several $100 iPad. And I'm like, well, I didn't go buy my kid a new iPad. I bought myself a new iPad because this one was like, it barely works for anything but reading books anymore. And that's all she needs to use it for, is I put books on it for her. And spending $50 to buy her a new Amazon tablet or Android tablet versus here's the one that we already have. It's like you give the old thing to the kid. It's more ecologically sound. It's more economical. But like, I just had, like, I don't know, man. Some parents are just like all about that. Like, oh no, you got to get your kids on the Android ecosystem. And I'm like, why would I care? That's not a concern I have. Hand-me-down economics is if you got something for free from your employer years ago, give it to your kid now, and it's cheaper than buying a new one. I don't know. Yeah. Also, I already know how all the parental controls work on the iPad. That's a good point, too. Because, like, if I have to troubleshoot the thing, it's like, I want to troubleshoot the one I know how to use. But yeah, my dad was always getting new computers and letting me have his old ones when I was a kid. And that's one of the reasons that I ended up getting a job in computers, was because I learned a lot about hardware and software, seeing what I could take apart and reassemble with other things and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not going to have these windows come all the way down here. I'm going to do something else with this. Haven't figured out what yet, but... Yep, No Man's Sky with Asuma this weekend. That's correct. Yep, we are still setting up the stream. We are not anywhere near finished setting up the stream. We got a lot of windows we got to put in. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that I kind of wanted to get into pinball machine restoration, because they're complex electromechanical objects that are designed to be serviceable by the arcade owner. And the parts are expected, because you're shooting a stainless steel ball inside the pinball machine at like 50 to 80 miles an hour, right? And so like the people who built the pinball machines initially knew that they were going to break, made sure there were places that you could order the parts and stuff. And So, modern computers are a lot more day-to-day resilient than old computers were in some ways. And so they don't break down all the time. But pinball machines, unlike computers, have, once again, stainless steel ball bearings getting fired inside of them really quickly. And so, the idea of getting... once we can afford our own place, like when I'm looking at getting a mortgage and stuff in a year or two, trying to get a workshop area where I could do streams with like repairing stuff like that, but also I could work on that stuff with my daughter, and she could learn about like soldering and about different electronic components and stuff like that. I think that would be a really cool kind of hands-on way to learn a little bit about just electromechanical stuff. Because it's hard to get experience with a lot of stuff these days for kids. Beowulf says, I didn't realize how much engineering work goes into creating a pinball machine. They are really complex. There's like miles of wire inside of the old ones. And yeah. Dahlia says, I learned a lot in my dad's workshop. He made model trains. Okay, so that's another great example of something that's a hobby where you've got electronic elements or electrical elements, maybe not even electronic, but electrical elements as well as mechanical elements. Yeah, that's the sort of cool stuff that, I think is great to share with your kid. Because a lot of things that kids get to deal with these days are not very tactile, almost. Like, a lot of stuff is iPads and screens and things. Yeah, this is still the floppy disk tower. We are inside of it now. This is the atrium here. You can see the disks along there. We were putting in the windows. Model rockets are also a fun one, Gabriel. Post 9/11, a lot of the parts for model rockets started getting harder to get. And, like, that's its own whole thing. But, yeah, that's a good one. Badger now has all of the olives. I want olives now, but I don't want to go get them, and I don't want to... I'm one of those people, like, I know some people, like, eat on stream, and they're like, this is a value add, but I don't really feel... Like, I feel like if I'm going to eat on stream, I need to have somebody else talking so I can mute my mic, and I did not coordinate that today, so... We're not doing that. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to do a 4-wide window. Olives are always yummy and always worth discussing, is the thing. Lisa Kate says, my dad is a Linux nerd, so I was raised with the understanding if we willingly purchased Apple products, I would be disowned. Fair enough. I mean, I'm a Linux nerd too. I use it for all my production servers. But what I ran into is that there is a lot of video production stuff that is just not easy to do on Linux right now. And especially while they're in the middle of this transition to Wayland from X11, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, my use cases are edge cases. And it's like, well, Joe, if you really need this feature, then you can write the driver yourself. It's like, I don't have time to write the driver myself or write the feature myself. And I also don't make enough money doing this that I can, like, single-handedly fund Linux development work, So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm going to be using other operating systems for certain elements of my video game playing, video production business for now. But, yeah. If Red Hat decides all of a sudden that they're going to invest in, like, like a media distribution, a video and audio editing and engineering focused distro or something, maybe I could make that jump. But like for right now, a lot of that stuff is very finicky. It really depends. You have to have the exact right hardware. It's a lot. Do they not sell pitted olives in England? Because I have some very exciting news for when you get to America next, Badger. You can buy olives that don't have the pits in them here. Or you can let your American hosts do that so you don't have to use our money in a grocery store. Okay. Patauza Potato says, once you get around to doing the pinball restoration, would you be interested in making videos about it, or would that be more of a family thing for the internet? I would want to do streams about it. I don't know if videos would make sense. But, like, the stuff because, like, there would be enough stuff involved. Like, it's possible that the restoration, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff I'm doing with my daughter, and I'm not streaming it, but, like, you know, testing out, hey, we replaced this, let's go ahead and, you know, play it for a few hours and see if it breaks again. You know, that play it for a few hours could be a live stream. People could stop in and say hello. It's me and Tango Cam today. Daniel says Ubuntu had a media-heavy package at one time. The thing about Ubuntu is their long-term support is not long-term enough for my tastes. I really, if I'm gonna like move my entire stack over, I'm gonna want to know that there's 5 to 7 years of support for like a given set of hardware. I'm really looking more for a RHEL model than for an Ubuntu model, because Ubuntu LTS is like 3 to 5 years, I think, or something silly short. It's just like I can't roll like that. Like, it's, I don't know. Because a lot of times I'm buying top of the line equipment in the first place too. And so like like the graphics card that I got, the graphics card I have now, I bought in like May of 2016. So that's 5 years on this graphics card, and I'm still using it. And I might still be using it a year from now, maybe 2, depending on how the market goes. But like, if you buy the best thing that's available at the time... Wait, Artis says Ubuntu LTS is 2 years? Okay, that's not long-term support. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ubuntu developers who are watching, but like, what y'all do is not suitable for my business. It might be suitable for other people's stuff, but like, yeah, I'm not the target market for that, and I accept it. The backports drift away after 2 years. Yeah, see, that's not good enough. Like, if I buy, like, okay, I got this machine spec'd for running this media version of Linux. Like, I want that hardware to work for 5 years, maybe 6. 7, probably unlikely, but, like, when I bought my car, I was just like, you know, I think I'm going to go with this brand because it's very reliable. You know, I don't want to be driving the same car 7 years from now. But if I am, you know, I want it to still be running and not have to dump a bunch of money into replacing half of the parts, right? And so let's see, that car was from 2008, and it's 2021 now. or it's a 2008 model, so it was technically manufactured in 2007. But anyway, so now that car is like 13 years old, and I'm still driving it. And I'm like, okay, dear car, please never die because I cannot afford to replace you. I mean, I could, but like it would be out of the money I'm trying to save to buy a house. And then it's like, oh, good, I can't wait to be set back thousands of dollars on that, you know? But like if you take good care of a car, it can last a long time. And the same thing is true of like a high-end computer, you know, and so, but yeah, if I'm going to invest in something, it's like I have a target amount of time that I plan to use it for, but I also have a window where I'm like, if I can't afford to replace it, it needs to stay running for at least X amount of time. Okay. Did we get all the levels? Are we done? Is that even possible? Oh, we still have to do this one. I'm fine, y'all. I'm fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm sure Ubuntu is great for a lot of people, to be honest. Like if all you need is basic apps, then it's fine. But what I'm saying is for doing complex multimedia and audio routing stuff, like I have a use case where I need certain things. And especially because, like I said, the Linux world right now is in the middle of this transition from X11 to Wayland. And so things like screen capture, which is a huge part of what I do, is I capture screens. If they're like, hey, screen capture support's going to be intermittent for a little while, I'm like, I'll come back when y'all are done in 5 years. I'm going to sit this one out. We are still setting up the stream. Oh, no. I realize that coming back here is not as helpful if we used all the glass. Boy, okay. So let's temporarily put all this in here, and then we're going to go take our shovel and go to the desert for a little while. Yeah. See, none of my clients need to directly interface with the servers on the operating system level, and so going with RHEL is always pretty safe because it's like, hey, y'all, if 5 years from now when I'm like, we need to replace the operating system, y'all are like, can we wait a year for budgetary reasons? I can say, okay, RHEL is still going to have some level of support for another 2 years. We're going to want to do this as soon as possible, but your business isn't going to collapse overnight due to hackers if you need to take an extra year, you know? It's just safer. The longer long-term support window just makes a huge difference. And I am not getting paid by Red Hat to talk them up like this. This is just the practicality of the scale of the businesses that I work with. They can't always necessarily afford to have their servers replaced on every few years. When I say servers replaced, like doing an operating system upgrade from scratch or whatever, or even because like technically a lot of times you can do an in-place upgrade with operating systems, but for servers you really don't necessarily want to. Let's see. Sometimes it's just easier to because like standards change over time too. So it's like, yeah, we could reinstall we could install the operating system upgrade in place, but at the point where we're switching from like MySQL to MariaDB as well and doing a bunch of other stuff, it's like, and we're doing a big Apache upgrade and jump, it's like let's let's just go ahead and just start fresh. We're going to do a fresh install with the new operating system, but that takes time. You got to test it before you push it into production. You got to have other hardware to do those tests on. It can be a big project. And so people don't want to replace their server operating systems every couple years. It's just not, it's not good. St. Patrick's Day, so we're talking about Red Hat. Apparently. Also, let me make sure I didn't miss any PayPal tips. Hey, looks like Josh. Okay, I don't. Okay, well that's 30. So that is going to put us $10 past our next face camera expansion target. And here we go. It's time to expand. Juice. I'm kind of sitting down low because I'm reclining. Let me make sure that that's going to work when I sit back up. 80%. There we go. I was just kind of having a chill lean while I was doing the sand gathering. But yeah, it messes up the camera if sometimes I'm like leaning down or slouching a lot. If you install and migrate, then you have time to test things better. Exactly. There's just a lot of things. Yes, this is a green hoodie for St. Patrick's Day. And for no other reason. I have TNT, but I also have the ability to just grab the sand with the shovel and leave. Either way, we are 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you again for that. Okay. Animate Barrel says we need a musical guest again. I missed last year. I know Badger Spanner did an incredible job last year as our musical guest. And once it is safe for travel between the United Kingdom and United States again, we are very likely to have Badger Spanner back here in the studio. We are also likely to have my brother Sean Hills back in the studio again. He and I have both received our first vaccinations. So it's probably going to be about a month. Because I think we're each about 2 weeks away from our next shot. And then, so it'll be a month. So, yes. But yeah, last St. Patrick's Day stream, Badger Spanner was here in the studio. And very, very likely that that will be a recurrence. Okay, so let's go ahead. Yes, and Badger also has gotten a vaccine dose. Although the UK is doing a totally insane system where the second one, according to Badger, might not be until May. Because apparently they're spacing them out by 12 weeks, which, I don't know, that seems... Yeah, Green Screen Dress was written for that St. Patrick's Day stream, for us to perform live. That was the intent. Okay, so we're going to cook some sand. Okay. Oh, I was like, why isn't this working properly? Duh. Are these out of... Okay, so we're also facing some coal issues here, it looks like. Huh. I'm gonna need to deal with that. Okay, so that's obsidian. Obsidian, polished blackstone, polished blackstone. Oh, here's the coal. Okay, so. So down we go. Okay. So we can now put these, I guess, here. I don't know. And as soon as we get any of this, we need to dump it into those furnaces. Then we'll go collect the rest. Okay, those are starting now. I have the concrete maker for this. Oh, you're right. That is literally what this is for, isn't it? And we're right next to it. That's a really good point. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, the thing is, the concrete maker I have to empty the quartz out of, too. And then we put the concrete in. Or the coal ore, right? The coal auric content. Feels like it's breaking a lot faster. Oh, because I'm using the Silk Touch pick. Hey, Greyheart! Thank you for the 5, who says, Slauncha directly translates to health and means cheers. Well, Slauncha, Greyheart, that puts us 5 away from our next face camera expansion. Thank you. Okay. So where is my drink? Here we go. Boy. Orange juice and Red Bull. Doesn't taste good, but it's supposed to help me wake up. I took a nap and I was like, oh, I don't have time to make coffee before the stream. Okay, so we are going to need to grab some of the coal from down here and feed it right into the thing. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Whoops. It's not a very classic Irish beverage, but I've got to be awake for the stream. Whoa, no, did I break the, Womp womp. Oh, yeah, I didn't have that in my offhand. And we'll put this back up in here. Okay, here we go. The worst part of waking up is not having time to make coffee. But I really needed that. Okay. Will the melon regrow automatically? No. I'm going to put the melon in. Okay. Have a good night, Josh. Okay, let's oh wait, you know what I should have done is I should have actually made the glass with this. Okay, Also, I should post the tipping link again. Dahlia says, Joe drinking Red Bull at 11 makes me nervous. Well, the thing is, there was a chance there was going to be tornadoes later. And so they said, if you can stay awake, you probably should, just in case, so you can keep an eye on the weather. So I have a bunch of organization stuff that basically, I front-loaded my day, so I would take a nap before the stream, and then I'll do a bunch of organization and sorting some stuff in the studio here so I can make better use of the new webcam after the stream. So... Mila says, stay safe, Joe. Yeah, that's part of the plan. Easy Peasy tips 5 and says, Happy St. Patty's Day. Well, thank you very much, Easy Peasy. That puts us evenly at our next face camera expansion target. So here we go. It's time to expand Joe. Lowering that Joe opacity now to 70%. Okay. Yeah. Now, it looks like, last I checked the weather, they said it looked like the odds of the tornadoes was dropping significantly, so I'm going to check on that again to make sure. Severe tornado threat continues to decrease to near 0. Watching one area of note circled below. Okay. So, and that one area of threat is not super likely to hit Nashville. That would hit other parts of the state. So, it looks like heavy rain, cloud to ground lightning, and some localized flooding, but the event mostly looking like it's over. So that's good news. Okay, so, hey, it looks like we also just got a tip from Patty for 20, who says, Happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, thank you very much, Patty. That's going to put us evenly at our next face camera expansion. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours, too. Here we go. It's time to expand Jost. We are at the most obnoxious expansion, the 60% opacity. My face is too big to hide, but also too opaque to ignore. Imagine there's no Joe Hill's giant face to view. Imagine people kept tipping and the opacity dropped too. Imagine using PayPal.me/Joe Hills to hide away that giant face. You're not the only one. I don't know. Okay. So, I feel like we were really doing a pretty good job at this. Where's that window? So yeah, there's one area here, this area here, that we still need to do. Yeah, the stream is not set up yet. We're still setting it up. Okay. Bum. Okay, so with these, if we come in this far, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. So we're gonna give this 2 here, 2 here. Then we have a break, and then we go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that seems reasonable. What setup do I need to do before I start streaming? Mostly finish these windows, but we're working on it. Hey, Paige, thank you for the 5, who says, this is my contribution to lower that Joe pasty. It's appreciated, Paige. That puts us 15 away from our next face camera expansion. So, yeah, we are really close to having the stream set up. Just, we're not quite there. Okay, wait. So this one's 4, and this one is 3. I don't love that. I thought I did the math on this differently. You know what? Maybe we're going to pull this over 1. So we can do it this way. And then have these both be 4, but separated by... Yeah, that'll work. Wait, the cats try to eat the olives? I'm not sure that that's a good idea. Hey, Sean Cockerell, thank you for the 15. It says, Joe, your face is so huge and the stream hasn't even started. Did I miss a stream? Well, the stream has taken a while to get started today. We're running behind on these windows by, like, hours. So anyway, here we go. It's time to expand Joost. Do. Welcome to T. Joe Eckhillsberg, lowering that Joe pasty now to 50%. There we go. Old sports. Okay, and we just got a tip via PayPal from Brian for 15. That's going to put us 5 away from the next face camera expansion and corresponding reduction in Joe pasty. So thank you, Brian, as well. Okay. Some cats act like olives are catnip. I did not know that. And that olive didn't have garlic or onion, so it was safe. Okay, I didn't know that cats couldn't have garlic or onions. I say that. Maybe I've been told that, and I didn't recall it. But I don't know what's... I try not... Like, I don't keep track of, like, what's poisonous to things that I don't take care of routinely. Oh, okay. So apparently onions and garlic you want to keep away from cats. Good to know. Okay. Lawyer call went well, Andrew. We have a solid plan, and I am feeling a lot less stressed out about everything. I'm not going to go into detail about the exact scenario because when you are engaged in any sort of adversarial legal action, you don't want to broadcast your strategy necessarily. But my attorney has a relatively low-cost solution that hopefully will discourage escalation. If escalation occurs anyway, we'll deal with that in a somewhat manageable way. It's kind of where we are on everything. Okay. I thought we had used all the white glass, but clearly there's some of this in it. Still needs. Okay, so let's get some stairs out here. We can adjust that stair as well. I thought there might be some white glass in here. I need to remove a lot of these. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to need to be sorted. Pro Gooner says, wait, what happens? Why do you need a lawyer? Oh, okay, so I'm divorced, and when you are... Sometimes when you share custody with someone who does things that don't make a lot of sense to you, you need to be prepared to pay your attorney to strategize on how to respond, because sometimes things that might seem like a common sense response to something are actually like on a list of things that would really frustrate a judge. And when your goal is always don't do anything that would anger a judge. Like, it's like, okay, I want to respond to this in the most de-escalatory nature possible. I think I know how to do that. But my ex might claim, well, if you do this, then I'm going to tell the judge that. And the judge will not be happy about it because certain things are protected under Tennessee state law. And so I could go to my attorney and be like, hey, is this the sort of thing that's actually protected? My common sense says I should be able to do this in this situation. But I want to make sure, because there are some things that you could do that would make perfect sense to, like, any rational person, and then you would find out, like, oh no, judges hate that because it makes things difficult because of this. And so I'm being really vague here intentionally, but yeah. Basically, it's like I'm being told something by my ex about what I need to allow or not allow in my own home, and I disagree. But, you know, when I Google it, I see, okay, well, there's not a lot of precedents online for this in the state of Tennessee. The precedents in Texas, though, are bad. So I got to call my lawyer and be like, hey, do I need to worry about this Texas response to this? Do our judges weigh the same factors? And my lawyer would be like, oh yeah, our judges care about that for the same reasons because, or our judges interpret that differently because the laws are written differently here in this way. So yeah. So yeah, if you are divorced and have to deal with surprises from your ex, I really strongly suggest having an ongoing relationship with an attorney even after the custody is quote-unquote resolved, so you can avoid accidentally doing something that makes sense at the time but you find out is a huge problem later. Because it's like, I don't want any of these problems. I just want to live my life, and I want our daughter to live her life. And, like, you know, to some degree, I accept that, like, whatever my ex is going to do while my daughter is there is her business and not mine. But, you know, if somebody's, like, trying to tell me what I need to do in my own home, then that's a different thing. And I need to know how to respond to that in a way that is productive. Okay, so I feel like we have enough of these windows in. I'm not going to put a window here, I think, because we actually need to put in one of these notches. I realized that was a mistake I made, was that I don't have one of these notches over there, which is a separate concern. But let's see what this looks like from the trees down here. Do these have a good enough angle? There's just nothing tall enough nearby to really give me the viewpoint I want, and I don't feel like scaffolding this like crazy. Oh boy. Here I go, mining crafts again. You know, as I look at it, I kind of feel like maybe I want to put a window there. I think that's the last one. Okay. That was not the correct floor. Which one was it? Is it one down? It might be the floor one down here. Nope. Well, maybe not. Ow. Dang it. Okay, can I fly in that tiny hole I just made? No. Haha! Birdman? Yeah, I'm the primary residential parent. That's the term that they use in Tennessee. So I have my daughter for most of the year. Okay. So we need to put in 2 desks for the lobbies. I should add a helipad somewhere. That's not a bad idea. XP Crafted put a ton of H's on top of buildings, though. We've already criticized him for that significantly. Okay. So, from here... This is a good viewpoint to show this from, I think. Okay. We need to put in the 2 lobbies. Hey, thank you. Hope you have a good night too. Okay. Well, I think at this point, oh boy. Okay, no, computers are hard. So, I think we're almost ready to start the stream at this point. We are only 2 hours into it too, so that's good. So, luckily, we are going to go ahead and I guess we will thank... I'm going to do my hydration break and thank Joy, who specifically requested when will our stream begin. So, we'll go ahead and put that on, and I think we're going to queue up something else too, just in case it takes me too long to film a drink, because when will my stream begin is kind of short. So, here we go. Go ahead and put on that, as well as, you know what, let's put on Good Place Road. So, there's a 5-minute break. Be right back.
PM, the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title and tweet, pour water, tank top and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause folding and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay our head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all. Joe Hill's from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin? After howdy, it's items and chess tools breaking. Pickaxe from poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. Then I'll click crafting quick, anvil time, enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in random chests with care. I'll tour my winery, I know there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swears, not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode. I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show. Take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. You're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. I've got the treatises by Kant, anything I want. Janet brought the chalk, are you listening or not? Writing on the board, your morals are quite poor. We deserve the good place, you just gotta pass this course now. My tummy feels kind of crummy, you should probably study. Tummy feels kind of crummy, you should probably study. Writing up my treatise, drinking almond sweets. Think I love my soulmate, she loves margaritas. My life is a quandary, we should do her laundry. We got some camaraderie, unlike Jason and Tahani. Tummy feels kind of crummy,
smoking shirt balls. Spend my whole life living like a bad janitor. What Judy's got a habit, teleology and cook-a-god. Writing down Plato in my nightmarish clown. Hurt I can't guess that I'm truly bad. He can kiss my ass, I'm a full trash bag. Hope I can ace this course and save my soul. I'm gonna try to get ethical.
Yeah, you're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. You're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical.
Welcome back, everyone, from our hydration break. Let's take down the setting up stream sign and the hydration break sign. Also, we got a tip that rolled in from says no name please. So thank you very much to Anonymous for that 7. That's going to put us $2 past our next face camera expansion target. So 18 away from the one after this. Here we go. It's time to expand Jost. And I'm not sure how much of this note you want me to read aloud, because but thank you very much. That brings us down to 42% Joe Pasty. So hang in there. I've been in there, got full custody now. Still lots of drama, but it's worth it. Seems like you figured that out. It is worth it. You know, I'm doing my best to make sure that my daughter is taken care of, and yeah, it's the sort of thing too. I know that I am not an expert at all this legal stuff, so I offload that to my attorney, because like, just because you're smart at some things like computers doesn't mean you know what judges expect in the state of Tennessee. So yeah, thank you for your support, Anonymous. That puts us 18 away from the next face camera expansion. No, I don't have Cash App. It's just I've got PayPal and YouTube Super Chat. So, but yeah, okay. Is that song on the album? Yeah, that song is on our new album. Well, new album as of this year. Like, which is Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills 2, The Secret of the Views. Here you go. Link to that. The DistroKid link will show you where you can buy that on Amazon, Apple, Deezer, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, or YouTube. Because, yeah, it's easy to just be like, oh, okay, well, I work with logical systems all the time, so obviously I can look at this legal stuff and figure it out. But, like, no, it's like there's a lot of stuff in there that's just like, okay, well, there's actually precedent in this state that this is interpreted a certain way, and it's not how it's interpreted elsewhere, and, you know, you just, yeah. You've got to know people who know what the judges want, and you've got to know how state law is interpreted in your state. You got to, like, and if that's not your area of expertise, you have to hire it out, because this stuff is too important to guess on. Okay, so, yeah, I have a Discord for the Patreon folks at the $5 a month or higher, and that is at patreon.com/JoeHills. Just so you know, if you subscribe to that tonight, I don't actually, I have to manually send the invites, so it'll be like the next business day, because I can't send the invites while I am doing the stream. Okay. So I think we're ready to record this. Let's fly back down here and look at this one more time and see if there are any places where it's like, oh, nope, absolutely needs a window. I feel like we're good. I feel like we kind of nailed this, you know? Now, there's still a lot left to be done, I have to put in a bunch of stuff up here. Like, we're missing a lot of stuff in the garage level here, but that's not necessary for this episode. Hey, thank you to Megan for the 18. That puts us evenly at our next face camera expansion target. So here we go. It's time to expand. Just do. And we're going to lower that Joe opacity now to 32% already. And we also got another 20 that just rolled in from Levi, who says, dang, I'm late getting to the stream. Are you getting off soon or playing for a little while longer? Well, I actually took a nap before this stream, so we just did our hydration break. Gonna probably be going for a little while because it's St. Patrick's Day. But that puts us evenly at our next face camera expansion target. So thank you, Levi. Here we go. It's time to expand. Just once again. Do. And we're going to lower that Joe opacity now to 24%. So, yeah. If I hadn't taken the nap, I'd be like, well, it's getting late. But you know what? It's a holiday. It's spring break, so there's no school tomorrow. And I took a nap. So I think we're gonna hang out probably for another little while. I'm not going to promise a certain amount of time. Because there's also the chance that, like, at a certain point, my body's just going to be like, okay, and now you're done. And if I don't listen to my body when that happens, it's rough. So, okay. I feel like this is maybe a little off center. It's way too high. Okay. Okay. This is actually a pretty good viewpoint for this. This little infinity pool here. It's a good viewpoint for this. Now, I think he put that there so that the pillagers wouldn't just walk out the back. But part of me is like, there's probably a better thing that we could put in there. Like a trap door thing. Oh, that was a problem here too, it looks like. Yeah. XP was like, uh-oh, they all keep falling out the back. So, yeah, maybe we put in some trap doors here. If we do them high enough up. I don't think they'll be able to jump over them if we do the trap door at this level. Right? They shouldn't be able to jump one and change. Oh, maybe they can. I can. Can monsters jump that high, y'all? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had corned beef and potatoes for brunch earlier. So, that was my Irish meal for the day. Then I had mac and cheese and bacon for dinner. Because I fried... So what I did was I fried up the bacon at brunch, but then I didn't eat it. I just then used that to... I used the bacon grease to make the corned beef and potatoes. And then I saved the bacon for dinner. So, yeah. Then I made some nice mac and cheese and bacon for dinner. Okay. So, welcome over, artist. Glad you could join us. If you flap the trapdoor open, that'll block it off. Well, I don't want it open. I want it to be like a barrier. Can they go through it like this? Like, if it's like this, will they jump over it? I feel like they can't jump over this one, but they might be able to jump over this one. Okay. So, we now have, though, a great view from over here. This is better than most of the places I was thinking I would look at this from. Is there an upstairs in here, too? Ooh. Maybe we go upstairs. Is there a balcony up here? Oh, this is nice. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of a weird framing for it, but Okay. I'm just playing around. It's Minecraft. Welcome, Sharpmers. Okay. Thinking really what I should do is take that and just slide it over here. That beacon's a little bit of a trouble. Hey, Levi, thank you for the 50, who says, let's make it rain in Joe's stream for St. Patty's Day. Well, that will indeed bring us 2 face camera expansions past where we are now and put us 10 away from the one after that. So here we go. It's time to expand. Juice. Do. And then when we get that centered again, we can lower the Joe opacity now to 20%. And then numero dos, expand that just. There it is. And we are going to, can we, nope. Okay, yeah, OBS has started freaking out. It will no longer center the transform. I have to manually drag everything everywhere. Oh no, good luck finding my face. Okay, there's my hand. So if there's my hand. Okay, we went too low. We went too low there. Okay, wait, there it is. There's my face somewhere in here. Yeah. Okay, lower in the Joe opacity now to 16%. And that puts us... Okay, let's raise it real quick just to make sure that we're actually looking at what I think we are. What is that? Is that... No, we need to... Oh, there it is. There's my eyes. Yeah, lower in that now to 16%. And that puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you, Levi. Okay. So we are actually, I think, going to turn the face camera off now and start recording the finale for this next episode. HermitCraft Season 7, Episode 71, segment finale. Oh, boy. Okay. Actually, we're going to have to go to bed before we can do that. Because the night is about to fall. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I have Weird Al's I Think I'm a Clone Now stuck in my head. But I do. Okay, so... Also, I'm realizing I need to check who we have to thank from my Patreon sponsors as well. Maybe the roof of this building would be a more suitable place. We got that beacon there causing some trubs. This might be one. Okay. Just cover that up real quick. Yeah. That now we're looking good. Okay. Get that haircut visible. Ooh, get on the tree. A lot of YouTube is figuring out how to frame your shots, people. So let's figure out how to frame this shot perfectly. Boom. That is looking like a good shot. Okay. So, in the meantime, let's check Patreon and verify who we need to thank. Ta-da. Log in. This is the sort of thing that I should have done before the stream, but it's just been really busy today. Okay. Relationship manager, filters, Poetry fan. Apply filters. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and copy those. It's everybody from last month again, which is always nice to see. So, March. Dang it. Okay. What poem haven't we done for a while? Boy. Have we done concrete recently? I don't think we've done concrete. So joehills.net. Oh no. I need to get a new SSL certificate. One more thing to worry about. Concrete enough. Okay. Don't yell in all caps. And your name is obnoxiously in all caps with weird spaces. Okay, yeah, put new SSL certificate on the... It expired on the 11th. Womp womp. Yeah, I need to do that. Okay, cool. So, here we go. We are already recording HermitCraft Season 7, Episode 71, Segment Finale, Take 1. You know what? Actually, let's have the rockets in our hands. Okay. And action. As you can see behind us, we now have all the windows in place on the back of this building. I gotta say, it took way longer than I expected. But check this out. I think it was worth it. We still have to do like an additional tab up here to reflect like this little thing on the back. But you know what? These are gonna feel about right, you know? This atrium is looking good. One idea that we forgot to write down when we were stealing ideas from Corrales was bushes. And let me tell you, getting an atrium with some bushes in it really just pulls the whole design together. Or should I say boosh together? I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that. It sounds weird. But the atrium is done. These back windows are done. I've got some pillars in here. Also, the entire build now looks way better from the front. Let me show you this. We're just going to fly away, get a little bit of distance here, do a quick turnaround. Boom! That looks like the beginnings of a real building. You know, we start putting in some walls between the pillars and stuff, and we are going to be good to go. You know, that is looking pretty exceptionally exciting to me. A lot of potential here. One thing I said we were going to do this episode was we were going to establish the lobbies. And so we don't have time this episode to do that. The food court is going to go down here. I know that. The food court, gift shop type stuff will go down here. The actual lobbies for the two businesses will probably go on this floor up here. I'm thinking on this lower floor that doesn't have a ton of front-facing windows, there'd probably be some prototyping labs and stuff like that. I'm still brainstorming exactly what'll go everywhere. But I feel like on the whole, we have a pretty reasonable start to this building. I was telling Cleo earlier, I gave her a tour during her live stream today. Like, yeah, I didn't intend for this to be a mega build. I just didn't realize how big this was, and I kind of maybe didn't budget enough time to do it the way it deserves to be done. So now I'm frantically just trying to get every spare minute I can, log into the server and start placing blocks. You know, Corrales, that's how he gets it done. He's always logged into the server, whether it's a good idea or not. he's on here, play some blocks, and I need to take a page from his work ethic book. So, anyway, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. You might have noticed, though, that this episode was mid-roll ad-free, and that is thanks to Patreon sponsor Joy. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now read a poem of my own devising, which I call Concrete Enough. Are there too many types of concrete? Or not enough? Sidewalks with pebbles, patios with seashells, pool decks with pockets of air that give them the glamour of Castillo de San Marcos Cochina. Even in familiar places, I tread upon a strange stone I know not how to shape, in comfortable shoes constructed by strangers in unfamiliar lands. I am separated from soil by structures worn and new, atop structures trampled for decades. I am in awe at the ingenuity of others, ashamed at my ignorance of their materials and techniques, and curious how we can expect anyone to simply walk the earth, while others invent and construct such varied barriers. Should we be imagining and crafting barriers ourselves, that such practice might yet increase our understanding of the makings between us and the earth? I can't see the world in aggregate. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do. Stream, don't leave. That is not the end of the stream. That's the end of the recording. Levi says, for expansion purposes, you missed my last donation. No, we did 2 face camera expansions, Levi. Before you gave that 50, I was at 24%, Joe Pasty. Now I'm at 16, and the camera got bigger twice. Also, we just got a $1 from Anonymous, who says, why the heck are you manually renewing and paying for SSL certs when Let's Encrypt exists? Habit, mostly. That puts us 9 away from the next face camera expansion. But yeah, I definitely... The reason that we were 10 away and are now 9 away is because that 50 covered 2 face camera expansions and $10 toward the next one, Levi. So I definitely got that in there. Your stream might not be caught up. Levi, I better type that in. I definitely counted those. Your stream may not be caught up. But yeah, I've read the Let's Make It Rain comment, and then I did that. And I did the 20 before that you gave. Levi says you didn't add my last donation to expand Joe and tips too. Well, I definitely did. I think your stream isn't caught up, Levi, so I wrote that in the chat. So sorry about that, Levi. I don't know. Oh no, it's getting dark in the game. Hey, thank you to Michael for the 9. That's gonna put us, let's see, we were 7 away from the next face camera expansion. So now we are 2 away. It's time to expand. Let's drag. OBS is freaking out at this point. Expand. Just do. And we are going to find my face here. There's my eye. And we are going to lower that opacity down now to 12%. So thank you very much to Michael. We are 18 away from the next face camera expansion. Cody says, how's the mega floppy tonight? It's going pretty well. We just finished recording episode 71. So we need to what do you call it? Turn night into day, and we need to record an intro to the next episode. And in some ways, no worries, Levi. Okay. Yeah, right protection is a whole thing. Okay. I accidentally flew more than I intended to there. But yeah, so from the front of the building here, you can see the atrium's in. We've got some pillars in. We got the elevator shafts. It doesn't feel like a skyscraper because there's so much tall terrain nearby. It doesn't dominate the horizon. But this is a huge building, and I did not realize that. How did I join HC? Oh, easy. So there's like a Minecraft server here, and I just click on it. Yay! We did it. I actually needed to close out that replay mod file anyway, so thank you for reminding me. Yeah, materials engineering sounds like an awesome thing to study. If I went back to school, it's like I'd either want to study materials science or like philosophy, or that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. If at the point where I went back to school, it would be because like I could just afford to, not because I needed it for a job. It's like, what do I want to learn about? Because, like, when I was in school, I was just burnt out from high school. I hated high school, and so when I got to college, I was just trying to get out of there as quick as I could. So, but, like, now that I've been out of school for 13 years, I'm like, you know, I could go back and actually get a lot out of, like, a degree in the sciences. Like, I'm at the point where I'm disciplined enough to do the work, and I would really enjoy it, but it's not a rational endeavor at this point. But like, yeah, trying to go straight from high school into college was like, ugh. I didn't want to do it, but I wasn't 18 when I graduated from high school, so I didn't have any real choice. So instead I ended up in a ton of educational debt. I don't know. But yeah, it's a work in progress here. Sorry, sometimes I just have to look at the armor stand stuff and laugh. There's some good stuff. Okay. Yeah, the build is about 90 tall and wide. That one. Luckily, it doesn't look hideous in the distance. One thing I was worried about when I started this was like I didn't want it to look like super terrible. Although you actually can't really see it too much from over here. But like, yeah, you can kind of see it peeking out up there. Can you see it from the PvP arena? I'm not sure you can. But the PvP arena has walls around it anyway, so like you're not really seeing too much. So to people who are like joining HermitCraft would be my lifelong dream. Here's the thing that y'all need to keep in mind is that almost everybody who plays on HermitCraft never wanted to play on HermitCraft. HermitCraft didn't exist when we got started. And even the form it was in when each of us joined was so much different than it is today. Like, if you want to know how you join HermitCraft, it's you say yes, or you create communities. You either join or create communities that might not go anywhere. HermitCraft was a huge gamble. It was an experiment. Nobody knew it was going to work out. And so the way you join HermitCraft is you join something not knowing if it's going to be HermitCraft or not. You know? Like, at the point where something is as big as HermitCraft is now, we really can't add people. We just have too many people as it is, and nobody's going anywhere. And you can only scale up a project like this so much. But, you know, when HermitCraft was founded, there was something kind of like what HermitCraft is now called Mindcrack. And Mindcrack was huge, and it was where Etho played. And you couldn't get into Mindcrack if you tried. Like, it's like getting into Mindcrack was almost impossible, you know? And so people were like, oh yeah, one day I would love to go be a part of Mindcrack. But like, I don't know, I guess I'll play with my friends on HermitCraft for now. And then HermitCraft ended up working out pretty okay. So yeah, you need to just go be part of a community, and maybe it'll work out in the HermitCraft scale. Maybe it won't, but like, you'll at least have a good time hanging out with people you like. And that's worth it, I think. Yeah. If you're Etho, things will just work out well for you no matter what. Just be Etho. That's a great moral of the story, Habaru-san. But yeah, none of us joined HermitCraft after trying to join HermitCraft. We weren't working toward that as our goal. We were working toward other goals, and HermitCraft happened to pop up in our way. So, yeah, I'm staying safe in the weather, Graham. Don't worry. So, okay, a few things that we want to work out today. We want to work out how people would get from the dining hall area over to the ports. We'd probably have to move this beacon. Probably need to go... Let's go knock that out. We don't really need this anymore. And, oh, we gotta reactivate it, though. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is this a coral reef down here? I didn't realize there was a coral reef down here. That's cool. We could grow, sea pickles. Okay. Be yourself. If that doesn't work, be Etho. Okay. Pickles on the seafloor. Pickles at the Taco Bell. So when I think about where I want to open this video, I almost want to open it at the Hermit Zoo. And I'll tell you why. Cleo gave me a tour of it the other day. Hey, Levi, thank you very much for the 100. Who says, thank you for being one of the most consistent streamers out there, man. We all enjoy the content from all of us viewers. Well, hey, Levi, thank you for helping make this stream something that I can do consistently. You know, if I was trying to juggle this in my day job still, it would be a lot harder with everything going on with COVID and everything right now. So, y'all who tip are helping me make this stream consistent. And I'm really glad that I can do that for y'all. So let's see. Let's go ahead. And let's see. The first 18, 38, 58, 78. And then that's going to leave us with another 22. Okay, so that is going to push us pretty crazy far into the face camera expansions. In fact, y'all might not realize this, but let's see. It's time to expand. And we're going to lower that opacity now to 9%. Once we can find my face, there it is. And then we are going to go again. Ah, OBS, calm down. Calm down, OBS. OBS is freaking out. It does not like it when the camera gets this big. Expand just again. Hello, viewers and friends. Lowering the opacity now to 6%. If we blow it up real quick, though. Let's blow it up real quick. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. But that's how big it is. Lowering it down now, though, to 6% where it belongs. Boom. Then numero trace. Expand that face. And recenter. Lowering that down now to 3%. Okay. And then away we go. Numero quattro. And you know what? When the face camera starts getting this crazy, luckily we have a whole song about it that we're going to do. So let me play that now.
Dear live stream viewers, will you watch my face? It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off color optics from a broken cam, and some other child just throws up its hands. The Jost is beaten for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander.
Okay, so I was muted for all of that, and it's me, the Beetlejost with the Beetlemost. Yeah, I was gonna show how good I was at Minecraft for a second there, and then, of course, that was, folly, and, you know, that's fine. Everybody loves a little folly now and again. So, yeah, we, hit that, ledge there a little bit harder than maybe I intended to. That's fine. Okay, so at least some of the stuff landed there. Some of it's down here. Hey. Good thing I brought that. I was like, you know, I might not make this jump. Let me just go ahead and grab a little bit of that extra, you know, fancy gold man thing, whatever that is. Totem. So there we go. Alrighty. So, of course, we need to get our good boots and stuff back on. Good elytra. No, I don't. Okay, so I don't have my helmet. I think my helmet might be in the ender chest or shulker box or whatever anyway. But yeah, let's just run around here, make sure we grab everything that we might have lost. Good job, everybody. What What I was going to say was thank you very much to Levi Mills again for tipping 100. The last 22 of that is going to put us $28 away from our next $50 milestone, because the Beetlejuice has $50 milestones. You know, that's the thing about being the Beetlejuice with the Beetle most. You know, I'm worth it. So I could have sworn that as I was on my way down here, I saw at least one block or something landed here. Maybe not. Maybe nothing landed here. Now, I think if I hit F3 and B, there's hitboxes that are going to be shown now. So if there's anything lying around, it should show up as like a hitbox. Doesn't look like it though. Oh, hey, there's one. Whole bunch of stuff right there. Boom, so we got our carrots back. Any other hitboxes looking suspicious around here? Did anything land on top of the trees? You know, that would be a good thing to check. Because, like, that's how they get you, you know. Where are they? No, okay, we might be good. We might be good at this point. Wow, there's a hitbox on my body. I don't like this. I'm no longer comfortable with this. Okay, so I think we got all of our tools. I say that, I'm missing a pickaxe. Yeah, I'm missing a netherite pickaxe. So clearly we didn't find everything. Anything over there? Oh yeah, there's some stuff. So we got some glass. Hey, there's some stuff down there too. Did we get it? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, hey. There it is. There's our pickaxe. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Check the flatter ledge above where we were. That's a good call. Hey, there's some stuff up there, too. Y'all were right. Very clever, y'all. Very clever. Because, yeah, we hit that, which is far enough over here that stuff could just go everywhere. I don't really have a, what you might call a forte, you know? It's more like, what I do is para tu, which is Spanish for you. I make weird stuff, and if you like weird stuff, then you get weird stuff. If you don't like weird stuff, hey, I got some bad news for what you are gonna get. You know, it's more weird stuff. So, yeah. Anything land over here? Doesn't look like it. I mean, I think we're pretty good, everybody. Like, I think we got everything. Yeah, see, that guy doesn't look like he's good news. Maybe I should light that, just as a side note. I have torches. Have torches will torch. There we go. Next problem. Hey, there's another ledge here. Hitbox is off. Okay. Feel like we got everything we absolutely needed. I'm pretty sure I left my good helmet back in the ender chest. Let's go ahead and verify that, because that would be a nice thing to have. Do we have our green screen? Hey, that would be a good thing to have too. Let's verify that. Boom, there. Now I'm rendering properly down here in slot 7. If you haven't looked at it, there's my face camera on the Beetlejuice. Okay, so, yeah, boom, there's our helmet. Looking good, feeling good. Okay. So here's what I'm kind of thinking is, maybe we go and we look at our failures. So we're going to go to Cleo's base. It's not really a failure. But at Cleo's base, there's something that Corrales just walled off with a berm because he's like, this is embarrassing. So I think we need to go address that, you know. I am wearing green, Lady Bellatrix. And I have green hair. Okay. So, which way do we fly? This way. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Yeah, I'm wearing chroma green. Okay, so wait, we need -5. There it is. Here's Tango's dropway. Okay, and a quick reminder, we are 28 away from our next face camera expansion. Okay, so let's go. We are running this way, and then we gotta drop down to get to Cub/Cleo's area. You know, I say that. There might be a way to get to Cleo's area, not through here. I don't know. Okay. It is a weird ladder. Okay. So... Hypno is that way. Cub fan is this way. Ow. Thanks, Cub fan. Good ceilings. Okay. I don't think there's any blatant spoilers in here, just traps. So, nobody touch the ground. Okay. Quiet Devious 1, tips 28. Hey, that's exactly what we need to get to the next face camera expansion. It says, may I suggest moving the berm back as the zoo is built until it only surrounds the Corrales exhibit? That's the sort of thing we're about to talk about. Good question. But either way, here we go. It's time to expand me. Hi, it's me, the Beetlejuice with the Beetlemost, expanding as I always do here in Nashville, Tennessee. Did I go the wrong way? I think that I'm, broadly speaking, heading in the proper direction to reach Zombie Cleo's base, but I did not pay a lot of attention. Okay. So, I think we need to go this way now. But anyway, thank you again very much, Quiet Devious, for getting us evenly to our next face camera expansion target. That puts us 50 even away from the next face camera expansion. Why didn't I use Cleo's portal? I don't know where Cleo's portal is. Bunch of stuff in the nether got moved, so... Hey, I found a rainbow. That's probably Cleo's base, right? Okay. None of this is going to be lit properly. That's its own separate problem. So let's go ahead here and turn night into day real quick. Lay your head down and dream. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just stretch for a minute. That was a long flight. And boy, are my arms tired. Hey, don't yell in all caps there, Buck. I'm going to time you out so we have a chance to read the rules. Okay. Go to the portal and walk to the back of the zoo. Well, see, the thing is, we need to, like, fly away enough that the mobs despawn since we got here at night. I don't want a creeper to come in and blow up the amazing zoo. Right. Oh, no. The Corrales is flying away. Fly, fly away, Corrales. Fly, fly away. Oh, poor baby Corrales. That's just so adorbs. Cleo was working on that on her stream earlier, so this isn't like huge spoilers. Like, some of this will be in her next episode, but Cleo is actually in the process of really trying to get into streaming in a real way, in a relatively consistent, scheduled way. So, yeah. Okay. Strongly recommend you follow twitch.tv/zombiecleo. Let me post a link to that. And I might be popping in if I see she's streaming. I might be popping in to bother her, like I did today. I popped in to be like, hey, Cleo, here's some proximity mod goofiness. So, okay. Excuse me. Okay. So. Hopefully Cleo will get the proximity mod set up. That's the sort of thing that we need to sit down and sort out. I am not interested in purchasing land out of Quawa Town. Oh, boy. Okay. So, we need to figure out how we're going to launch this next episode. So I think the next episode is going to open with me going to the zoo. I'm trying to figure out, should I start up here or should I start on the ground? I feel like I need to... So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about like what we learned. We've been learning things from the HermitCraft big base swap, right? And so we're going to start here maybe. I don't want to be close to the portal for this part, probably. So for the opening of the stream, you know what also we need to do is we need to disconnect and reconnect for replay mod reasons. We need to finish saving that replay file and then we'll reconnect. Okay. So, okay. Dizzy Rot Brain, yeah, we've been streaming for 3 hours now. Okay, so we're going to reconnect. Okay. Great. Okay. So, when we start this recording, we need to have boots off, or trousers off. We'll keep the boots on. We're going to turn the face camera off. We're going to hit start recording. HermitCraft Season 7, Episode 72, Segment Alpha, Take 1. Excuse me. And action. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always zoo in Nashville, Tennessee. And today on the HermitCraft server, we are walking backwards so we can stare into the face of you, the viewers, as we explore this HermitCraft zoo. Or it might just be a Z. It's hard to tell now. Zoo. I don't know. The sign is hard to read from this angle. That's fine. You know what? There's also supposed to be people here to take our money. But right now, There's just a sign. There's a sign that says that. Oh, wait, you know what? This is an opportunity for us. Hold on. Zoo tickets. Get your zoo tickets here. 16 American dollars. 16 American dollars for zoo tickets. Anyway, so folks, what I was thinking I was going to do today was I was going to tour Cleo's zoo because she showed it to me yesterday and was like talking about how Corrales had some strong opinions about some of the stuff Cleo and I worked together on. And I wanted to learn from that. But I also don't want to leave this booth until I make $16. So Tango's AFK. He's not going to come to the zoo right now. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll come back to camping the front door. Okay, just checking to make sure the door works. We're going to come back to camping the front door. We're going to walk past a few exhibits. You see, Corrales added things like feeding crocodiles, flamingos. He encapsulated the bees. You'll notice the rainbow is still prominently featured. So obviously I didn't do so bad a job on that Corrales thought it was a good idea to hide it. But you know what he did think was a good idea to hide? Was the entire Hermit Zoo. He put in this wall here and added a berm behind it to block the view of the decked out exhibit, the Spider Cleo exhibit, all this. And apparently he's not going to connect this to the rest of the zoo until it doesn't look hideous again. That's not his exact words, but, I want people to come enjoy the interactive Spider Cleo. And, this got me really thinking, when somebody who knows what they're doing, a domain expert, tells you that you didn't maybe do a job that's up to snuff, you got to ask, what could I do better? And so what I want to do real quick is, oh no, we've only got 2 rockets left. Did I leave any extra rockets here? No. Well, I was going to fly to the top of that rainbow and look down on this and compare Corrales' area to our area. But now I'm worried that is going to be very difficult to do. So let's see how close we can get to that goal. Maybe we can do it. Oh, okay. It's going to be a long boat ride back to my new base. But if you compare these 2 areas, you'll see Corrales has wide, sweeping paths with gorgeous curves like around the elephant exhibit here. They're textured. They are they have like landscaping and benches and all that. There is an attention to detail here in everything Corrales did that is totally lacking back there. Back there, we just kind of roughly laid out the paths, but we didn't figure it out, And I'm realizing with my office building that I'm working at XP Crafted's old base, now my awesome base, I'm not doing a good enough job of stealing from Corrales. I visited his base last episode and had a notebook and wrote some things down, but you know what? There's just so many things that we can steal. We can steal these little bench designs, only by completely imitating Corrales can we ever earn his approval. And maybe that's all I've ever wanted after 7 seasons of HermitCraft. Maybe I just want Papa K to love me. No, I'm kidding. Papa K loves us all, regardless of our flaws. But I wish I wasn't so flawed and then he would love me and like what I make. I'm just kidding. We'll be fine. But first, let's go impress him with our work ethic by standing here until we make $16. Or at least some rockets. Time skip. We're going to stop recording there. I feel like that was a reasonable take. Yeah, we're going to stop lighting our builds too. Okay. Tickets, please. Tickets. Hey, it's me, the Beetlejuice. Anybody want some tickets? $16 US. Okay. Okay. I think we are actually... Oh, no, it's going to get dark again. We spent one entire Minecraft day recording that segment, and now it's about to get dark. So let's go fix the nighttime problem. Why does replay mod say recording started? Because it started recording what we were doing. Dave S. tips 16 and writes 1 zoo ticket, please. That's such an obvious joke, but for some reason I didn't see that coming. All right, Dave S., please enjoy your 1 zoo ticket for this imaginary zoo. Alice also tips 16 and writes LOL. Thank you very much, Alice. It's such an obvious joke in retrospect, but the fact that I didn't see it coming makes it just so much funnier. Like, thank you. Appreciate you supporting the stream. Is it funny if... Okay, hold on. We need to go... Okay, I have some ideas. We're going to go and act on those ideas before Cleo gets back. Okay. Tango left the game. Tango Cam left the game too. Okay, so we need to put the gold helmet on before we die in the nether. Then, thank you to Dombeck for the 16 who says, a zoo ticket, please. We were 18 away from the next face camera expansion. Now we are 2 away. So thank you, Dombeck. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Tango's rocket shop and get some rockets. And I'm going to then go get... I know near the shopping district there is an armor stand with our head on it. Or no, like one of our player heads is over there. So we can add it. Tickets, please? The tickets, please guy. What is that from? That's from Rick and Morty. Oh man, the tickets, please guy is uncomfortably ripped. How do other hermits handle 2 accounts at the same time? Main account and cam account. Well, usually you just set your cam account up on like a second computer and leave it alone. And then you replay mod. You just use it to record the replay mod footage. And then you use that later. Okay. Yeah, there were a bunch of my new heads on the co-op stream that ended up back there. So... we're going to grab some rockets, and then we're going to go get those heads. At least one of them. Over here in the dodgeball arena. Are there any of my head that are not on the wall? I think... because I died several times, so if anybody left my heads... No, okay. I don't want to take the one off the wall unless that's the only choice, but that might be the only choice. So there's 2 cub fans, 3 baby scars. Baby scar, do, baby scar, do. Hit yourself with a dodgeball. Would that work? Hey. That's a good point. That's a good point. Why don't we do that? Okay. No! I didn't change my spawn. No. It's fine, everybody. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, all my stuff is in a chest. Is there any gold in here that we can put on or carry? No, of course not. Okay, so if we run into any piglins, they're just gonna brutally kill me. So let's try not to do that. I don't know where the ender chests are at Cleo's base now. Oh no, is that a baby zombie or a baby piglin? Okay. This is about to be very silly. Running away as fast as we can. Joe Hills was killed by Joe Hills using magic, yeah. Okay. So we still have plenty of daylight. I have an extra elytra here. We can grab an extra rocket. Okay. Everything's so slow in the shopping district. Okay, so don't die from hitting the ground too hard, is lesson 1 here. Okay. Yay! Okay. So we can now get properly dressed. I might have had more elytras than I needed for this endeavor, but that's fine. Okay, so we're actually going to put the gold helmet back on. And we need to get our fancy book with the what is that book called? We need to go get the statues book. And of course there's no shulker or ender chest anywhere near any of this. There might be an ender chest in Scar's balloon. Yeah, we need to go get our statues book. So away we go. Okay, now, which one was, is this my book box? Book box, bionic books. Nope, none of these are my statue book. Scar probably doesn't have an extra statues book he's not gonna miss. Okay, so Mumbo missed that chest monster. Yeah, he did. Put the extra ledgers in the ender chest. Good call. Good call. Yes. Good call. That is annoying that I don't know where my statues book is. Stick, item frame. Infinity box. I have a lot of books in here. Big B Guide, Armor Statues by Zombie Cleo, Armor Statues. Armor Statues. Oh, wait. Hold on. Book. Feather. I saw ink in the other one. So... Bionic books. We can just put here. Oh, wait. Some of these were already... Oh, these ones already have stuff written on them. That's why I didn't use them. Okay, so we're going to make a new book and quill. Do y'all know what we actually have to name it to have it work? What do we actually have to call this to make it work? Woo, okay, cool. We are on track. Okay, we're gonna real quick use B-Dubs' bed in here. The statue books Cleo gave me are failed ones. They don't work. Tango gave me free rockets as my Christmas present. Free rockets for life. Oh, I'm taking Tango's rockets next season too. Don't tell me for life and then have it be one season. No. We are gonna milk that non-stop. Forever. Tango's gonna stop making rockets before he needs them. Because he knows I'll just go into it. He's gonna start putting his rockets in a vault. Okay. Did he say for life this season? I'm gonna have to go review that video. It's called Commitment to the Bit. And the bit is that Tango owes me rockets, and I'm committed to it. Okay. Quick reminder, we are $2 away from the next face camera expansion. Let me go ahead and paste that PayPal link again in both chats. There we go. Even if Tango's not in the rocket business next season, he's probably going to have rockets somewhere in his base. I'll find them. Okay, so it seems like Cleo's base is still connected here, I think. Yes. Great. He said for life, and I've already died since, so maybe it's already up. That's a good point. Okay, so we're going to go to Cleo's armor stand thing, where I put, like, the million armor stands. It's not easy to get these out of here. Wait, what is that? Okay, so we're going to go around. A lot of stuff over here. What is that one? Oh, that's a weird choice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of... Cleo has a lot of armor stands, thanks to me. As you might have noticed by this point. It's backed up pretty far. Okay. Hey, Mr. McSnuffy Fluffy, welcome. He says, I feel like I'd be instantly lost on this server. Yeah, it's not great for navigating. Like, this zoo doesn't even have somebody taking the tickets at the front, so, you know, we're doing what we can. Have a good night, Bacon Cat. Welcome, Ben the Brick Builder. Howdy, howdy, howdy to you. Okay, so, what we're going to do is we're just going to put this armor stand in the ticket thing here. Will it go on the carpet? No. Okay. So then we are going to go ahead and put that there. Get our armor stand book, check target. Okay, we got the correct target. We want to turn the arms on. Yes. We want presets. Attention, walking, confident, salute, death, facepalm, lazing, confused, formal, sad, joyous. What is arabesque? Okay. That's not somebody getting a ticket. Presets, maybe just pointing. Okay. And we're going to rotate the entire thing. Mirror flip, utilities, mirror legs, pose mirror flip. Adjust rotation, 45 degrees. Angle step set. Okay, we want toward. Yeah, there we go. Rotation, toward. And so we're going to want to have him accepting payment, like holding a piece of paper. So we need to go get a piece of paper. Oh, hey, if you come in here complaining about being banned in one of my friend's streams, I'm just going to ban you. That's a bad move. I recommend against it. Okay, so where is... So we have a bunch of stuff in here. We have equipment. I kind of want to put my... I've got like an extra set of netherite. Is this a bad place to store that extra set of netherite armor? Probably. Probably not my best thought. Okay. So, wait, that wasn't the one with the paper. The paper is going to be in the yellow one. Oh, here we go. We can put some clothes on me as well. Okay. Boom. We're going to put that box back away. Well, actually, let's hold on to that one. That's the one I wanted to put away. I feel like, though, I should have somewhere in here, like, extra clothes. Okay, cool. So we're going to make iron ingots into iron pants. We just have a lot of extra stuff at the moment. That's fine. Put these shears away. We'll put that there. People are saying style gravity, no. Ooh, kelp for money and paper for the ticket would be good. How am I getting my face to be weird colors? Well, I'm the Beetlejuice. So, you know. Okay. So, we're going to properly dress that. Okay, so we're going to come in and we're going to say, so, show base plate, no. We're going to apply gravity, no. Okay. So, we're going to have him offering a piece of paper. We need to lower that hand, though. So, pointing. So that's going to be the right arm. Wait, head, feet. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Cleo is going to be like, wait, what? People are saying nudge to the right. Nudge. Okay, so we need to look at our F3 here. If we wanted to move it this way. Okay, that is the X coordinate, and we're making the X coordinate negative. No! Give me that back. Nudge X -1. Nudge X -3. Nudge X -1. Okay. So, we're going to turn off the face camera and do a quick recording. So, okay. And HermitCraft Season 7, Episode 72, Segment Bravo, Take 1, Action. Cleo left a sign here saying that there need to be paying for tickets, people. You know what? I changed that to person and put myself in right there. Got myself handing somebody a ticket or something. Maybe they're handing me the deed to their farm in exchange for a ticket. I don't care. Although it would be nice to have an extra farm. Maybe that's actually Mumbo Jumbo's deed. We'll never know. Anyway, I need to go back to my base and apply the things I've learned. Time skip. So stop recording, face camera back on, okay. Ew, it's getting dark out. Quickly, we're gonna run inside. And lay our head down and dream. Ooh, almost pulled something over. Don't forget to lock it. Well, the thing is, if I leave it unlocked, Cleo can adjust it to taste. So I'm gonna leave it without locking it so that Cleo can. So if Cleo wants to be like, oh, the ticket should be yellow because we're using gold bars for tickets. We're Willy Wonkaing this, you know. I don't want to get in the way. She can unlock it. Can she? It's not locked per user or something? You know, I'm just gonna, just to be safe, I'm not gonna lock it. I know for a fact she's gonna immediately notice this, and I'll let her do it. We will close that door, though. Okay. It does lock per user, says Rizabeth. Yeah, so it's better to not lock it. Change your clothes to lime. That's what I had on me. Okay, so back through the portal we go. Ooh, gold helmet is on. Ooh. Place a kelp on an invisible frame on the stone block as payment. You know, that's not the worst idea. And I do have item frames. And I'm sure that we can go get a kelp. Here's one now. But only one! Haha. Okay. So, if we go to the Ender Chest... Where's the Ender Chest? It's in here. I definitely left item frames. Okay, so I think it was in the... Yeah, this is the one with the item frames in it. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Name the kelp $16. Okay. I don't know what mod Isumi uses to show his shulkers. That's some sort of client-side thing. Okay, so to hide item frames. Invisible item frame. Okay. This is so dumb. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna... I almost feel like I should re-record this with that in place. Yeah, okay. Well... Let's go away. I don't think I'm gonna re-record. I feel like we'll leave the $16 joke to be something fun in Cleo's episode, but we don't have to have 100% of all content end up in my episode too. Now, in theory, there's a way to get to XP Crafted's old base this way, but I like never use it. But we're already this far over, so maybe I should. Wow, somebody really extended this quite a ways. Okay, that's to Mesa and Desert. Mesa and Desert really gets us almost there. Like, at this point, though, I should just continue this way. It'll be faster. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Oh, let me make sure I didn't miss any PayPal tips. Because, like I said, we were 2 away from our next face camera expansion. Hey, we did get a $2 tip from William, who says, "For life is for life." Yeah, so I guess those Tango Tech rockets are going to be for life. Boom! That puts us evenly at that next face camera expansion. So here we go. Hey, it's me. I'm the Beetlejuice, and I'm gonna, expand now, because that's what I do. I do what I'm best at, and I'm gonna be a little bit in your face about it. So here we go. It's time to expand the Beetlejuice. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, there we are. Hanging out here in the corner. No, that's fine. Oh, yeah, by the way, anybody just coming in, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay. So we have been streaming for 3.5 hours now. We finished episode 71. We got a good start on episode 72. Okay. Do 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 do. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there is a non-zero chance that Cleo might just leave that as is, on the grounds that it is one less thing for her to do. It's a, you know, I did a good job. Did I do a good enough job? No. No. So one of the things I wanted to work on was having a kind of a picnic area on the grounds over here. And a place where people could sit and eat their meals and see and admire the corporate art. So that's how this ties back in to that path. Like, how do I make a path that isn't so terrible that Corrales would hate it forever? So, have a good night, Serena Rice. I was about to move the beacon. Yeah, that beacon's definitely in the way. But, I gotta figure this out before I overcommit. Because once I start tearing this stuff up, if I don't think it through, like, to some degree, I'm like, well, while I'm thinking this stuff through, I should just go work on other stuff in the building that has to be done anyway. But what I kind of wanted was the idea that, like, from here, you'd be able to see that. So, like, having a way for folks to come from the cafeteria area. Like, so we already figured out having, like, a balcony up here where people can eat and look at the ocean. But out that way. But I wanted to work out a way. Or maybe people... Oh, I'm starting to fade fast. Sorry. This is one of those things. We are 3 hours and 40 minutes into the stream. So... that is sometimes what happens. Okay, so, like, right around here, for example, would be an appropriate place because well, maybe not exactly there, but, like, we could have a path that leads from there. Now, that means that the food court can't block the walkway from there to there. Max, you can ask a question, but, like, it might be... So, when I have problems, I usually ask specialists. Like, if I have a problem with the law, I ask my lawyer. If I have a problem with medical stuff, I ask a doctor. So, you know, like, you can ask a question here for general advice, but the advice I give will very possibly be, I'm the wrong person to ask. You should ask this other type of person instead. So, yeah. Okay. Icepix says maybe a bird's eye view of the area might help put it in perspective. So here is the bird's eye view of the area. We've got this map here. So yeah. Having that come out there, I think, should work okay. That beacon's definitely going to have to go, though. Wait, is that a creeper over here? I was going to say, where is my trident? That would have been helpful to have, but whatever. You know, it's fine. Switch our helmets. Now that we're back in mob territory. The build is coming along great, thank you. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's get a real trident out. And... oh, dang it, missed. That skeleton's tracking us now. Oh, the creeper too. Hey, Phantom Limb 520. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, playing here on the HermitCraft server. Right now, I'm the only one online. I am working on an office building for a software company at the moment. I'm a few weeks into the build, and I'm feeling pretty good about it on the whole. I'm trying to work on, like, the lunch area right now. I'm trying to figure out roughly how a path might connect where the food court is going to be to a little park here. Dreamslayer says, why do your tools have Polish names? Well, they were gifts from Karalis, who is one of our favorite Polish hermits on HermitCraft. I'm actually a quarter Polish myself, although that is, like, I'm not from Poland. Like, my ancestors came from Poland to America, and so I'm part Polish-Lithuanian. They came to America and became coal miners, and now I am a professional video game miner generations later. So that's kind of ironic, I don't know, or something. But, yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking some sort of small pedestrian bridge would have been cool. So having a small pedestrian bridge that comes out from over here. So we need to rig it so that the different food court options don't block the path from the elevators to this door. So we're going to have an exit here. We're going to have that balcony overlook there. We're going to have the stairs up here. I was thinking this area back beyond this post would probably not be part of the food court. That would probably at that point become part of the prototyping area. So this floor and this floor, no. Yeah, so I need to rip this out. These are not going to... So yeah, this part here and that on the next level would be like a prototyping area for the boat company. Okay. We could steal some Cleo heads to make her the lunch lady. That's not a bad idea. Will XB and I ever switch back? Well, when I started this build, I kind of committed to finishing it, so probably not for a while, if at all. I don't see any reason to switch back, because I'm having so much fun here, but if XB starts pressuring me to switch back, what I'll probably just do is sell the base to someone else. I'll try and swap this with Rendog or somebody who still wants to swap bases, and then I'll make XB Crafted's grief someone else's problem, and then I'll keep base swapping myself. I don't know. Yeah. It is a long stream. I know we're going on coming up on 4 hours soon, so. But yeah, this is, I'm pretty happy with how this build is coming together. Can I show the old base? No, because it's not my base anymore, so I don't know if there's spoilers and stuff there. You can watch XB Crafted's videos. You know what? Let me link to XB Crafted. YouTube XB Crafted. If you want to see what XB Crafted has been up to at my base, here is his channel. Here. XP crafted. Okay. Yeah, nobody's traded the deeds to be obnoxious yet. I thought that was going to be... I thought people were going to jump on that. Everybody's just trading their bases back, and I'm like, what? Why? What? Dang it. Okay. Core concept, though. Our inventory is a mess right now. The logical thing to work on next in the video structure. XP did make cool things at my base, but I don't want to show them on my stream when he's a week since his last episode. There's probably spoilers. You should go watch his episodes or his streams. Okay. That's an instant ban. Yeah, misinformation about COVID is going to get you banned. I don't have time for that. Okay. Well, it's St. Patty's Day, you know, so people want to stay up and party, and this is a responsible place to do it, you know? It me, Hazelette, I'm mods. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. We set up a path there, and we have it come around. What is this walking path here? Hold on. Can we connect? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking we actually want to do. We want to take the visual cues from this walking path and extend this around to there. Now this then connects to what on this side? Is it just connect to this building, or does this do something else too? Okay, it just goes here, which is currently a dead-end build. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about how good this build looks in the background and stuff, because I got the color palette to match the other things near here pretty well. So there's like blue, white, and black in that, and then there's blue, white, and black in that. Like, it's very rare that I embark on a project this big with so little planning, but it seems to be coming out okay. Cotton Corp says, do you have any advice for getting better at building? It's mostly iteration and trying to understand how other people did their stuff. Like building models of other people's buildings at different scales, like historical buildings, real architecture, that sort of thing will help you learn a lot. How Irish do you have to be for it to not be culturally appropriating? I don't know. So my dad's mom was like almost 100% Irish, so I don't know. I'm going to say I'm probably fine. I can have St. Patty's Day. It's like... yeah, to build a giant thing as a joke and then overcommit to it, that's the Joe Hills difference. Oh, boy. Okay. So, okay, it is getting really late, and I do still have some things I need to do to clean up the kitchen and stuff before I go to bed. So, luckily, So I planned to stay up late tonight because we were going to be potentially facing some big storms here in Nashville, and I didn't want to get out of the bed to deal with a tornado. I was like, I'll just stay up and then go get in the closet if I need to. But it looks like the tornado threat has just been eliminated from the forecast entirely, so that makes my life a lot easier. Okay. So, let's go ahead then and figure out, let's check this, twitch.tv. Okay. Well, it looks like my brother is streaming Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So let's go ahead and mute site and then click on that. And we are going to go ahead and raid my brother Sean, who makes the wonderful music that we enjoy on the stream here. So, /raid the Sean Hills. /raid channel, raid another channel. What? That's what I just did. /raid. Alrighty. Well, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Why isn't it raining? There we go.